What's happening, dudes? Mark Sicilian here. Yeah, I've not made a video in a while, you know. I'm hoping to make a bit of a comeback with videos, well, to do with movies and all that type of thing. I've got loads of them, you know. I'll just, this is about, you know, epic films, powerhouse performances that are very well known. You may have already seen them, you may not have, but some are, some aren't. Some of the modern ones, but I'm just, you know, like the ones in the 90s, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, let's get to it. The first one is, he directed this as well as starred in it, Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood. You know, the crafty old veteran, still got a few. Yeah, he lives next door. I mean, yeah, he's aging. You know, he plays this Walt Kowalski. You know, something Polish. I don't know. He lives next. You know, these Asian immigrants, Southeast Asian immigrants, move in, and he despises them at first. You know, like yeah, you've either seen this film or you're not. And he kind of, you know, he defends himself against this gang that target the family. You know, one of them, you know, one of their sons, and he does them a favour. Basically, you know, he gets to know them slowly. He gets to know, I forget the name. Is a young lad, and yeah, it's a very good bond. It's about friendship and, you know, unlikely friendships and all that. You know, between, like, you know, the Asian Americans, you know, well, the younger ones anyway, and you know, the old declining white man. You know, it's a good film. You know, it came out in 2008, I think. Yeah, I remember watching this when it came out. It's epic. It's an epic film. I recommend it. Yeah, There Will Be Blood. I drink your milkshake. Yeah. If you've seen this film, you'd know what it means. There Will Be Blood. I don't know. It's quite. You either find it really boring or you really get into the story. There's not much violence in it. It's about an oil baron, and, you know, you get. Yeah, this has won awards. I don't know, like, yeah, 2007 Academy Award Best Actor, Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis is in it. I can't remember the name of the rest of the guys. Thomas Anderson, Best Director. BAFTA, Best Actor. The guy off Radiohead, he did the soundtrack for this. I think it's Tommy Greenwood. And yeah, it's an interesting film. It's one on its own. You'd either find it boring or you'd find it really interesting. Daniel Day-Lewis, he plays a ruthless oil prospector, and he gets ruthless. It's a very stern character he plays. Yeah, you don't want to mess with him in it. It's a bit creepy in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, compared to Daniel Day-Lewis, Mickey Rourke, I think that's how you say his name. His performance in this film, The Wrestler, was fucking miles better than, you know, the one I've just shown. This should have got more awards. You know, like, it's The Wrestler. You know, he plays an aging wrestler, Mickey Rourke. And, you know, like, you know, it's in the you know, last century, you know, the 80s, 90s, and yeah, he made a name for himself, Wandy the Wamp. And, you know, it's not just about a sportsman, you know, a wrestler. He's a human being. He has to work, he has to pay bills, he has to make ends meet. He struggles with relationships, like with his daughter and this, like, stripper, and it's quite hard hitting film. You do feel sorry for the guy. You know, I don't want to give too much away, but he kind of, due to medical problems, is due to retire, and he just can't. He's been a sportsman all his life, and yeah, it's just so hard to, you know, you can't, you know, like the speech at the end. It's just best. I mean, I've got it on my liked videos, but they've made them all private now. The best speeches I've ever heard. You know, when he says that, you know, you people are my family. He's washed up. I'll never wrestle again. But, you know, yeah, you have to watch this speech. You know, when he, you know, there is a lot of quite, you know, as in wrestling, there's quite a few brutal moves, you know, as in a professional. But The Wrestler, Mickey Rourke, I recommend this film. It is fucking fantastic. I loved it. AI, yeah, this is Haley Joel Osmond, what's his name? Osmond, yeah, and Jude Law. Robots, it's kind of a bit set in the future, you know, global warming, yeah, I know, there's that fear-mongering thing. AI, it's about robots, and, you know, Haley Joel Osmond, you know, he was off The Sixth Sense, he kind of he get, sorry, my mind, I get lost. When I'm under pressure, you know. Well, I'm not under pressure, but yeah, is a prototype, is a robot that feels pain and feels emotions, and there's loads of various service droids, and you have to watch it. It's directed by Steven Spielberg, and Jude Law, he plays a sex android, a gigolo, like, yeah, that's like a male version of, you know, the sex bots, you know, like, but yeah, they have to, yeah, they try to do that, they're inventing them in Japan and places like that, aren't they, you know, sex androids. And yeah, this kit, I think this came out in 2001, so it's a good film. I recommend it. It's very, I won't give, you have to watch it, you know, I won't give too much away. It's just, it's about robots really, you know, robots that look like humans and all that. And yeah, you know, just watch it, you know, if you haven't watched it already. Yeah, by far, this, many people would argue this is the best film. This is one of the best films ever made, if not the most best film ever made. Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Yeah, Morgan Freeman, such a therapeutic voice, you know. Yeah, this came out in 1994, and it's a prison drama, you know, like it's quite, I mean, you've either seen it or you're not. I mean, you'd have to have seen, I mean, I don't know, I mean, it's a certain generation that have seen this. I mean, if younger people probably might not have seen this, you know, people under the, you know, the Zoomer generation or whatever you call them. But yeah, this is beyond words, such a sublime film. You know, like, it's a family favourite. My dad kind of, you know, made sure that I watched it, and, you know, he likes to watch it every now and again. It never gets old. I mean, I've not watched this myself in a while, but yeah, it's about you know, coping in a, you know, prison. I think it's a Stephen King film. I think it's set in northeast, like Maine or somewhere like that, northeast America, and yeah, it ranges through decades, like the 1940s to the 60s, and this Andy Dufresne, you know, Tim Robbins' character, he gets, I won't give too much away. He gets committed. He gets 2 life sentences. You know, he's in for 30 years, and he, yeah, he's you could say he's framed, etc. He's a clever guy. You know, apparently he was he knows that he was a banker, and that's how he's good at numbers. They use him for corruption. You know, he has the friendship of all friendships, such an unbreakable bond with Red, you know, like Morgan Freeman's character and various other ones. Brooks is a good character in there, you know, when they released him. And then the captain of the guards, Clancy Brown, you know, the tall guy, who's been on Starship Troopers and all that. And he does the voice for Neo Cortex off Crash Bandicoot, the crab on, you know, the Mr. Krabs off SpongeBob SquarePants. So it's done quite a lot. It's done quite a lot of vocal work, Clancy Brown. And yeah, this is one of his, well, this is the first role I've seen him in anyway. Well, you know, recognise him. He was in Flubber as well, but yeah, this is, I pity you if you've not seen this film. I mean, it might not be your type of film, but I recommend it. Good Will Hunting. This is yeah, 1996. The late Robin Williams and Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck is in there. It's about, he's a mathematician, a young mathematician. He's a bit of a hard lad, you know, tough guy. You know, he likes to hang out with his friends and get drunk, drink beer and all that. And like he has a gift. He's a mathematician. He's always getting into bushes with the law, and the kind of assign him because they want him to solve crunch numbers and all that. You know, if mathematicians, I mean, they get exploited for all sorts of things, don't they? And he's forced to therapy. He's forced a therapist, to do with his trial conditions. And yeah, Robin Williams and Matt Damon, such powerhouse performances from both characters. Robin Williams is doing what he can. He's trying to get through to Matt Damon. I can't remember the names of characters in the film. And yeah, it's if you've seen this, you've seen this. If you haven't, you haven't. I recommend it. It's very towards the end of the film. You realise he's cocky, he's confident, but he needs help. Like the best of us, we all need help. That's why he's in therapy, and he has potential, and it's set in Boston, and Robin Williams is trying to help him get out of Boston and all that. Yeah, I've not seen this film in a while. Apollo 13. It's Tom. Yeah, this is Tom Hanks films now, because I respect Tom Hanks as a good actor. Apollo 13. Yeah. Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise, Ed Harris. It's a disastrous trip to the moon. I thought I'd include this in there. I don't know too much about it because I've seen it quite a few minimum amount of times, and I've not watched it in a while. The mission to the moon. There's a disaster, and it's like a survival thriller set in space. The reason why I mention this is because Tom Hanks is in it. Tom Hanks, respect. All the more, Robert Zemeckis' film. I'm crap with words, sorry. Castaway. I have made fire. Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. If you see him there. Castaway. Yeah, this is. I remember, we rented this in 2000. I was 12 years old then. Yeah. Fucking old bastard. No, I'm not old already. It's a survival drama about Tom Hanks, Chuck Noland. I remember his character's name. Helen Hunt is his due to be engaged. Is a FedEx coordinator, and he gets in the middle of the Pacific. A bolt of lightning thing is down the plane and all that, and he's the only survivor, and as I say, castaway on an island. He's there for 4 years. He eventually escapes, and his sister, his struggle to survive and all that. And it's like a one-man show. It's like at first and at the end of it, he's like with his, he's got a normal life. He works around the globe. He works for FedEx, and this is Tom Hanks. When he had to lose a lot of weight and he had to grow a beard and all that. It's just, that's one way of losing weight, getting stranded in a desert island. And I fucking love this film. I've not watched it in a long time, but I love it. I used to have this on VHS. I used to watch it, at least once a week. I've seen this film a lot of times when I was younger, but I need to watch this again. Tom Hanks is a brilliant guy. And to finish with, John Coffey, like to drink, only not spelt the same. I can't do it. Michael Clark Duncan, the guy who played, John Coffey, the mysterious giant man with healing powers. And it's a very long film, but it's some parts are hard to watch. It's about Paul Edgecombe, Tom Hanks's character, with the cast of his other. He works on death row in a prison. Calls it the Green Mile. He, as I say, he keeps a level head and all that, and he comes across John Coffey. He seems very gentle. He doesn't seem violent. You have to watch it. I don't want to explain everything to you. They get to know him, and I can't remember Mr. Jingles. What's the name of that guy? Dale. That's it. I can't remember the actor who played Dale. Sam Rockwell. He plays a troublemaker in it. He's on a death row, and he causes a lot of shit. You know, he's like very antisocial, he's like very cocky, and he wants to wind them up. Like, there's a scene where he like pisses on one of the guards. You know, like, but yeah, Mr. Jingles. Yeah, I've got two gerbils there. The mouse, that's just, what a character. You know what I mean, there's only a mouse, he's my favourite character. It's just, I mean, I'll probably train the mouse and that. And yeah, there's this abusive guard called Percy, and he is such a dislikable arsehole. I mean, it's just, you know, like, he gets into trouble. I like it when they all like get together and, like, you know, they lock him up and, you know, they punish him because he's treating the prisoners like shit. He's a witch guy, he's got connections, and all he wants to do is just watch people die. He wants to watch men get executed. I mean, I just can't relate to that, watching someone die for the fun of it. It's just fucking, what, excuse my French, wrong. Yeah, The Green Mile, it's a long film. There's some there's some quite upsetting scenes in there. It's quite, there's even, you know, when Dale, when he gets executed, ooh, that is ooh. That's quite scary, you know, you have to watch it. But yeah, yeah, Tom Hanks, yeah, The Green Mile, yeah. I'm hoping to make a lot more of these, you know, like, I know they're not furry. I mean, I know it's not Zootropolis or that crappy film Cats or what else, you know, like films about animated wolves and all that. But yeah, I mean, I've already made a video about that, but no one's bothered to pay attention. So yeah, I'm a cat that likes to watch humans, or whatever. No good to you. So, alright. Thanks for watching. I wamble on for too much. I'm sorry, this video should have been shorter, but you know.